Erling Haaland's back. Is it time to captain a differential? And why doesn't everyone own Johan Wissa? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are good and you're looking forward to Game Week 36. In today's show, I'm going to talk about my team, my season, but also my transfer this week as we go into the final 3 weeks. I am on a bench boost as well, which is very exciting. I've been saving it for 36. So look, without further ado, let's have a look at the big decisions of the game week to make. Now, before we see my team, let's talk Johan Wissa because he's in my team, but a lot of you watching don't own him. He's under 20% owned, and I don't quite understand why. I understand that the template attacking lineup is Marmoush, it's Isak, and for many it's Mateta. I would argue that Wissa will outscore all three of them for the next 3 games. If current form's anything to go by, Brentford, big chance Brentford, we call them on this channel. Well, they've got good fixtures, and it's Ipswich, followed by West Ham, and then I think Ipswich, Fulham and Wolves, I think are the final 3. We'll look at his fixtures in a minute. But Vissa's plays for a team that always create big chances, and look at his last 4, 9, 11, 7 and 7. He's definitely a transfer in this week if you can accommodate. Now, Chris Wood is another one. Of course, his entry point is Leicester. He doesn't have the form of Wissa, but do consider taking out one of those template forwards for Johan Wissa and save yourself some money. Now, when we look at Johan Wissa and Mbeumo, everyone has Mbeumo. So when Brentford win or score 3 goals, or Brentford score 4 goals, and they've been doing this, you don't massively benefit because everyone else owns Mbeumo. In fact, Mbeumo is going to be the most popular captaincy option probably of the game week, and rightly so. So to benefit from Brentford scoring one of those goals, you need more than Mbeumo. So buy Wissa, buy Schade, have the double up in attack because they're certainly good enough and they are chasing down European football next season. If they win their final 3 games, they'll probably get European football. That is massive for Brentford. Now, this is from All About FPL. Against the newly promoted sides this season, boy, they've been good, right? 5 matches. When we look at Mbeumo, 7 goals, 2 assists in those 5 games. Yeah, pretty useful at over 12 points a game. This is not too shabby either. In 5 matches, he scored 5, 2 fewer, but also got a couple of assists. He's averaging 9 points a game. Against newly promoted teams, not only Mbeumo and Wissa, but Brentford as a team, they bully them. They perform well. And I absolutely expect Brentford to go big again against Ipswich, which is why the double up should be so attractive for so many. Now, we'll see my team in a sec, but before we do, we've got to talk a little bit about one man that is back in the game. Before we do, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, guys, that would mean a lot to me. Still doing videos when I'm out in Italy here, and I really love your support as we chase down our next milestone on the channel. So please hit that subscribe button if you fancy, and if you've enjoyed the video. Also, drop a comment. I'll get back to all comments as I always do. Erling Haaland. Ben Ransom was there for Sky at the City training ground. Full team training. This is what you want to see with Erling Haaland. And I love that Ben's tweeting with like an FPL caption of Game Week 36, like front of mind. But you can see Haaland on the ball there in the orange bib, like full team training on the ball stuff. When we saw him last week in training, he was doing bit part stuff. We saw him in the match day squad in 35, but he clearly wasn't ready to be on the pitch. Didn't come off the bench for a cameo in that 1-0 win versus Wolves. And when Marmoush went down injured in the second half, Haaland didn't even warm up. I don't think Haaland was ever getting off the bench. I do expect him to get some minutes versus Southampton, but does he start? If he starts, straight away we're all interested. We might want to buy him this week. If he doesn't start, you can't buy him. I don't think you can risk Haaland this week unless we get a team league. Now, there is a good chance we do get a team league because they are in the first batch of games. The 3 o'clock kickoffs are the first group of games. The deadline's 1:30 this Saturday. Now, with that in mind, if we hear Erling Haaland starts, he's a legit option to bring in. Yes, he won't play 90 versus Southampton. He doesn't need to. Now, Haaland owes me versus Southampton because I triple captained him in game week 6. He got his second highest ever XG in a Man City shirt. I think it was 2.2. And he only got 6 points. 2.2 XG. Haaland should be getting 20 points. Like, I was robbed. Everyone was robbed that went there for captaincy in game week 6. It was against Southampton. He owes us. I'll be tempted to bring him in with my 2 free transfers if we hear he starts. But it's, of course, a huge, huge decision. City need to get him up and running for the FA Cup, don't they? You'd think, now he's back in training, you'd think he's going to start the FA Cup final a couple of weeks away. If he's going to start the FA Cup final, though, he surely needs minutes versus Southampton. Is it 30 versus Southampton and then a start in the FA Cup? I think that's probably the most likely scenario, and therefore I'm cool on him. But maybe an option for 37 and 8. Watch this space, though. Watch this space for team leaks as well. So there we have it. The big news this game week. Haaland is back. Johan Wissa is a strong buy. We've got to get to captaincy soon, guys, because there's so much to discuss with captaincy this week. Just want to touch on my team as well. Guys, it's my worst season ever. Like, I've only finished outside the top 100k twice in the last 13 seasons. This is season 14. It's going to be outside the top 100k again, isn't it? Like, I've been going as differential as I can. I've been backing against the obvious. How many Arsenal and Crystal Palace players do you own? I bet you own 5 or 4. I own none, right? I'm backing against high EO. The world and their dog had Mateta and Munoz. The world and their dog has Arsenal defence. I don't have these players. I'm backing against them, and I'm getting green arrows. They're not big enough. A very differential chip strategy, which I consciously did because I was chasing. And it doesn't make a difference to me, really, if I finish 150k or 450k. It's a bad season regardless. So I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'm going differential. It's why I've had triple Brentford for a couple of weeks, right? How many managers do you know with triple Brentford, or certainly content creators? Now, there is a worry with content creation that if you go differential and you get stung and you have a bad rank, you get called out for it a huge amount. And I am. And everyone is atting me all the time on X. I'm getting so many comments. Oh, calls himself an expert. Firstly, I never call myself an expert. I don't like that tag. It's what broadcasters use to discuss panelists or pundits and whatever. It's a marketing term. I'm no expert. I don't call myself an expert. I'm an FPL panelist. I'm an FPL pundit. I'm an enthusiast. And I'm blessed to have the job I have. But it's been a bad season. But if you have a bad season or you have a bad rank, as a content creator, you'll be named and shamed. And I think that is bloody unfair. And it's why so many content creators are so safe and so template. And if I go safe and template, I'll have a better rank. But will it be actually me picking players that I believe in and want to back? And will I have fun out the game? Probably not. I ain't going to change the way I manage because of some hate. So just FYI, I wanted to throw it out there. Like, 'cause people have commented even on YouTube, oh, you don't talk about your rank enough. Well, no, because no one's interested in the guy that's 450k. But I always mention it every episode. So this is where I was at last game week. Went differential with captaincy. It paid off for once. De Bruyne, thank you very much. I had Wissa. Happy with that. But there are still, obviously, a few problems in this team. Now, can I get 100k? Slim chance, because I've got a bench boost, slim chance, and because I've got a differential team. But I need mad things to happen, guys. I need mad things to happen. So look, let's see where I'm at and what I'm thinking then for game week 36. Guys, before we do, shout out to OneFootball. If you're not already on OneFootball, guys, give it a go. That's the best football app out there. I use it on a daily basis. Football news, fixtures, alerts, all of that is free. Link in the description. Honoured to partner with OneFootball because I used them for years, and then I approached them to sponsor my YouTube channel and they said yes. So give it a download, get it on your phone. I genuinely think you'll enjoy it. Use the link or the QR code on screen. Here we go. My team. This is how I'm set. Don't worry about the bench. I am on bench boost and I've got quite a bit of money in the bank, a couple of million in the bank and on bench boost, right? I've got around 1.5 million in the bank and 2 free transfers. So who is out of this team? Who do I need to sell? Now on bench boost, if I get 15, 20 points, I'm happy. So let's just talk about the bench boost for a second. Now, I would have loved a double game week in 36, but the reality was, even if we got a double in 36, my bench boost was going to be 4 single game week players. And it was for many, mainly you lot that are on the template chip strategy, you probably all bench boost in 32 or 33, right? Now, I'm guessing you may have had one doubler, like a doubling goalkeeper or something, but probably 3 of your players were single game week players. And the template bench boost in 32, 33 only got like 10, 15 points. I really hope I can get 15 points plus. And if we look at a legit bench of Kepa, Cliver, Nico Williams and Ait-Nouri, if I get 1 clean sheet out of those 2, appearance points alone is 8, get a clean sheet, I'm on 12, get 1 attacking return, I'm on 15. So I'd like to think I could get to 15 points on a bench boost and it wouldn't be the end of the world. If I get to 20, I'll be delighted. But with 2 free transfers, do I use them both? One player I know I need to sell is Jacob Murphy. He has been subbed off before Harvey Barnes now in the last 7 Premier League games. He's not even making the hour mark. I've already got Isak and Livramento. I don't want triple Newcastle. They've got Chelsea and Arsenal up next. Murphy's gone. Livramento could also go, but there's no standout defender to buy, knowing I'll have triple Nottingham Forest this week because I'm buying a Nottingham Forest player. So there's a very good chance I keep Livramento in, who in 38 I'd want to start. He's got a good home fixture against Everton, and Newcastle could need something from that football match. So I'm thinking it might just be one transfer this week. Murphy for sure is out of here though. I want to keep Clivert because there's a really nice 38 fixture. I think it's Ipswich on the final day. Or it could even be Leicester, I can't remember. So let's have a look at Anthony Elanga. He's on the thumbnail. Anthony Elanga is a proper differential. He's owned by very, very few FPL managers. And again, as always with my decisions at the minute, that's part of the attraction. Like he's 8% owned. In terms of active teams, that's way lower than 8%. That for me makes him a really, really good option. He's 5.4 million. He's played 90 in the last couple, and 90 is never a banker with Elanga, but he's played well in the last couple. He's put up good underlying numbers. Forest don't score many goals, and Chris Wood's a legit captaincy option if you own him. I can't get to Chris Wood. I'm not selling Wissa, Marmoush, or Isak this week. But Anthony Elanga almost playing in a front two, counter-attacking football. He'll get that versus West Ham, I think, away. At Leicester against home, he'll have more of the ball, fine. I fancy Elanga. He's either hits big or misses completely. He either blanks and gets 2, 3, 4 pointers, or 4 times this season he's hit double digits. If I can catch one of those double digits, he doesn't get the 6s, 7s, and 8s. He gets the 2s, the 3s, and then the 12s, the 13s. If he gets one of them, I'm absolutely laughing. So Elanga, I'm pretty sure I'm going with. Gibbs White's another option, but he's been playing much deeper of late, and Elanga has the goal threat. He's also more of a different. He's just a little bit more upside, I think. So Elanga, I'm pretty confident is coming into my team. If he does, this is what it looks like. I would have 1 free transfer still left and 1.4 million in the bank left going into game week 37. Now, I want the transfers. Now, sure, you might say, Gianni, you're on. Why have Livramento? You're not playing him in 36. You're not playing him in 37. And you're right. I could very happily sell Livramento. But other than Nottingham Forest defenders this week, there's no standout option. Arsenal play Liverpool. Chelsea play Newcastle. There's bad matchups. I've already got triple Man City. I've already got triple Nottingham Forest. So selling Livramento is difficult. If you think there's a standout defender to buy that I don't have and I can get to, of selling Livramento, mid-price defender, please let me know in the comments, guys. And I'm open to that. But having 2 free transfers for next week, if I want to make a move for Erling Haaland or Bukayo Saka in 38, having 2 free transfers or 3 free transfers in game week 38 could be really valuable and the money in the bank. So again, despite being on bench boost and needing Livramento to play, I'm still okay keeping him in my team because I think being flexible next week and in 38 to be different on the final day, to bring in a Haaland and captain him or whatever, could be quite fun. So that's what I'm thinking. And I think I'm going to probably, therefore, roll 1 transfer and just use 1 transfer. Guys, we've got to talk captaincy. Thank you. You've probably seen I've got a subscribe button on. I don't know if that's always there. These videos are often edited, but now I'm out in Italy, I'm just doing quick fire sort of plug and play and showing you some images. Hopefully you don't mind that the quality is a little bit lower, but if you have enjoyed, subscribe and obviously hit the like button and drop a comment below. And thank you as always for your support. I know I said it earlier, but genuinely mean it. Captaincy though, it was a split pot last week. So many went on Mbeumo, 5 points. Isak got the 9, Salah blanked. Kevin De Bruyne beat them all. It was amazing. Got the goal, got the 3 bonus points. Will De Bruyne do it again? Don't know how I feel about this. Now, I polled on Twitter. You can only put 4 options. Wood's a great option. Cunha, if you own him. Like, there's good matchups this week. Of course there is. But the 4 obvious in terms of mass ownership, Salah and Mbeumo, De Bruyne, or Marmoush, Isak. Now, Mbeumo's winning hands down here. And I like it. I do like it. There's every chance I go Mbeumo. I don't think I'll go Wissa, although it is tempting to go Wissa, given the fact that he's a differential and everyone will go Mbeumo and I want to be different. If, however, I hear De Bruyne is starting, I'll probably go to De Bruyne, but I need to hear him starting. I need to know he's starting, guys. De Bruyne is no banker to start. I know he started the last 3-4 Premier League games, but he didn't start the FA Cup semi-final a couple of weeks ago. I just wonder. I think he probably does start. And I think he starts versus Bournemouth. But then does he miss out the FA Cup final? Because FA Cup final and Bournemouth are close to each other. So I'm a bit worried on De Bruyne. And 38, I don't think he does start at Craven Cottage. I think he could be done by then. His last game will be at Man City with the medal around his neck, or it will be at home at the Etihad in 37. Wembley or Etihad. I don't think his last game is going to be at Craven Cottage. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into that. But back to captaincy, Salah's a great option. Arsenal will be tired. Arsenal will have come back from Paris. And Mbeumo's a flat track bully. We've seen his numbers at the start of the show against newly promoted teams. That's why at the moment I'm between Mbeumo and De Bruyne. Isak's not for me this week. I think Salah's a good option. I think Mbeumo's a good option. I think De Bruyne's a good option. I will let you know on the deadline stream on Chasing Green Arrows what direction I go in, but I think it'll be Mbeumo or De Bruyne if we hear he starts. Or if I make a rogue move for Haaland because I hear Haaland starting, I could sell De Bruyne this week, sell Marmoush, buy Haaland, buy a budget midfielder and captain Haaland, but I'd need to know he starts. And even then, I think it's only 60. I think it's very unlikely I'll make that move. I'm pretty sure it's Elanga coming into my team. Guys, thank you very much, as always, for your support. I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye-bye.